All right, sorry about that. So I have not handwritten out my notes or anything yet, so you'll probably hear clicking. This is just a little brief on Juju's, Moppets, Poppets, and Worry Dolls. I'll start with the Jujus. So in general, they are helpful little spirits. They could bring good luck, or they can be good luck charms. You can use them as protection charms, like in cars or kids' rooms, or for sick people, things like that. You can also use them for bringing in joyful spirits of your choice. And you can use them as worry dolls, Jujus, where that's kind of where the worry doll part comes in, which I made my first worry doll. It's not the best, but it's my first, and I'm pretty proud of it. I'm still trying to figure out the best technique on how I want to do it. So worry dolls, they you can make a set of the tiny Jujus in chakra colors if you worry a lot, and use them for those. You can use these as love gifts, Jujus, spirit dolls, and things of that nature. So making them can be very relaxing, or medicinal, or meditative, or therapeutic. Hold on, let me make sure I got some people in here. Okay. But, or therapeutic. And with, like, when you are creative, you can add more things to it. Like, if you're making, like, the bigger Jujus and stuff, or Moppets and Poppets, you can add, like, if they have hair, little beads to them and things like that. I haven't, obviously, not started that yet, because this is my first little Juju / worry doll. But you can add deco to them if you actually create the head bigger. I did not. This little piece was supposed to be the head. But if you create the head bigger, then you can actually sew little faces on these. I did not plan on sewing little faces on them as of right now, because when I finally get these down how I want them, then I want to be able to have them blank, so that way the person that is either purchasing or gifted one of these from me, they can use it for whatever they want. However, worry dolls, you can tell it's your worries and things like that. And you can also use these as voodoo dolls. The only thing that I would say with that is be careful for ill intent, unless you are like me, a little more of a chaos. Well, I'm more eclectic, which are eclectic spiritualist than anything, but I am closer to the chaos, which is in chaos spiritualist. They don't necessarily believe in that whole rule of three, or what comes around, you know, type deal. Like, I do something negative to this person, it's going to come back threefold. They don't necessarily believe in that, and that's slowly where I'm starting to get to. There's nothing wrong with that, of course. However, you can use these for good, you can use these for bad. What I did for this worry doll is, first, I got some yarn here. And you can make these out of anything. You can make them out of fishing wire, metal wire, or anything like that that you choose. Me personally, I think the yarn ones are so much prettier. So that's why I chose yarn. And then what I did is I took my sage and I went ahead and cleansed in my yarn. I cleansed my scissors, I cleansed my hands, and I cleansed my mind with it. And then I took my Florida water and I blessed each of those things. I blessed hands, mind. Sorry for the interruption. My grandpa was calling. So, yeah, I took the Florida water, and I blessed all of those things before I got started. And for me personally, what I did is I went ahead and I put the only intention that I put into this is that may it be intended, or may it be used for what the recipient intends for it to be used for. Because I don't want to put a intention into these and then it be used for something totally different and counteract what I put in there. So that is the only thing that I put in as far as intentions. But I went ahead and I blessed it. So that's that. Let's go to the worry dolls. So worry dolls are pretty much smaller versions of Jujus and smaller versions of Moppets and Poppets. Now, for these worry dolls, they're pretty cool. They can do other things. I lost my place on my notes. Hold on. So for worry dolls, you can give them each like a task to do, or a wish, or like something that you want to do. You can also use them for things that you worry about, like on the regular. A lot of times what people use them for, and what, before I started to learn how to make these, what I would buy were worry dolls. And after I cleansed them, of course, I would have my daughter, because it was for my daughter, I would have her speak a blessing into hers and then put it under her pillow. And I noticed for her, she hardly had any nightmares when that would happen. So you can tell your worry doll your worries, or like I said, your blessings, or what you desire, or a task for it to do, and it is supposed to do that. So far, all the ones that I have had, they actually have done what I needed them to do. The only thing that I have used my worry dolls for were pretty much helping with a good night's sleep. I suffer from insomnia, so I pretty much used it for helping with the good night's sleep. I would, the task that I would appoint to it is, I need you to give me a good night's rest, take any negative or evil dreams that I may have, and get rid of them. So a lot of people, once their worries are done, or once the task is done, then I know a lot of people that I personally talk to have buried it, gave it almost like a little burial. The only thing that I did with mine was I kept it as almost like a reminder that it did what I needed it to do. I thanked it also, which I highly suggest, is thanking it, so that way the spirits around will know that you are very grateful for what it did. Because this is something that it's not just like blessings and things. This is something that you would, your ancestors, your spirit guides, something that they would also be kind of a part of. They would be almost like inside the doll. I don't really know how to describe it, but they pretty much would be guiding this doll. The spirit of this doll. You can also, sorry, my connection keeps going in and out. So you would instill or point spirits into these as well. The spirits that I appoint into mine are my spirit guides or my ancestors. Only the ancestors that I choose, though. The ones that mean no harm, the ones that mean no ill will, no ill intents, that is the ones that I instill upon mine and infuse into my worry dolls. But worry dolls are an amazing thing in my personal opinion. And this, like I said, this is my very first one. He's a rough copy. And this one will never be used or put for sale or anything like that. He will just be a constant reminder for me to keep on pushing spiritually. And he'll also be a constant reminder to whatever craft, especially related to my craft and my spirituality, whatever I put my hands on, I will achieve. I will manifest positivity. That is what he is intended to do for me. So I hope that helped as far as worry dolls, Moppets, Poppets, and Jujus. Jujus, Moppets, and Poppets are pretty much the same thing. They just have different names. So if you have any other questions, definitely let me know. And I will go ahead and try to get to them as soon as I possibly can. But I will talk to you guys later.